Hi there, I'm Kelsey and welcome to this episode of the Treehouse. I am so excited to get started because I have so many fun things planned for us today. Wait, are you ready to get started right now? Me too. How about let's learn some new signs? Let's go check out Sign of the Day. Are you ready to learn some signs? Me too. Okay, well, I have some really fun signs in store for us today. So let's get started. A lot of us right now are heading back to school. So our first sign of the day is going to be school. So in order to do this sign, I need both my hands. So get both your hands ready. And we're going to put whatever hand we don't use to write or color with down flat right here. Okay, now we're going to take our hand that we color with and we write with, and we're going to bring it up like we're clapping. Okay, but in order to do this, my fingers need to touch my thumb so it lays this way, not like this, but like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put my hand up and clap twice, and that's the sign for school. Up and clap twice. Do you want to try it with me? Perfect. So again, we lay one hand, the hand we don't use to write with, down flat, and then bring up this hand and put it together so that our fingers touch our thumb. Then we pat down twice. School. Okay, let's try it one more time together just to see if we've got it. So, hand down flat, school. Wow, you're really, really good at this. Are you ready to learn another sign? Something we actually do when we're at school, and that's learn. All right, so are you ready to learn the sign for learn? Okay, we're going to take this hand one more time and lay it down flat, because it's going to be our piece of paper or our book that we're learning about. And just like how we do at school, when we look at our piece of paper or our book, we see all of the important information and put it into our head. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this other hand and it's going to become our claw, and it's going to grab all the words and all the pictures out of the book and put it right to our head. So if we do this, this is the sign for learn. Okay, you want to try it with me? Let's do it together. So we put our piece of paper down flat, grab our claw to learn, grab all the stuff up and put it right into our head. Very good. Let's try it one more time a little bit quicker. Hand down, claw out, and put it right into your head. Guess what? You just learned the sign for learn. How cool is that? Now, our other sign is going to be something that we're going to see a lot later on in this episode, and it's the sign for colors. Now, we're going to do a craft that I'm really excited about later on. It's going to have a couple different colors in it. So in order for us to really know about colors, we should learn the sign, shouldn't we? So all we need to do is take one hand, that hand we use to write or color with, and bring it up to our chin and wiggle our fingers around. This is the sign for color. Now you want to try it with me? Okay. Let's grab our hand, bring it to our chin, and wiggle those fingers around. Ooh, I like colors, don't you? Okay. Now we want to try it a little bit quicker. Hands at our side, hand up, and then color. Good job. Right now I'm thinking about my favorite colors. Do you have a favorite color? You do? What is it? I like that color too. That's a good choice. Now we have one last sign for today, and it's something that I think all of us really like. It's an animal. Can you guess what animal? It's a dog. We're going to learn the sign for dog. All right, so are you ready to learn the sign for dog? Okay, so this time we only need one hand again, and I'm going to pat the side of my leg twice. So 1, 2, bring up my hand and snap. Now, if you don't know how to snap, don't worry. There's two ways to do this sign. So we're going to learn the one where we snap first, and then I'll show you the other one afterwards, okay? So for all my people who know how to snap, this is going to be the way that we say dog in sign language. So again, we take our hand that we write with, we pat twice on our leg like we're calling a dog, and snap, kind of like we're saying, come here, right? Sometimes we pat our legs to get our dog's attention. We might snap or whistle. So this is a way we can get the dog's attention. So pat twice and snap. You're good at that. You want to try it a little bit quicker together? Me too. Okay. So hand at the side and pat twice, snap. Good job. Now we're going to learn the second way to sign dog. Now this is the way that we don't have to snap, just in case we don't know how to. It's kind of hard to learn how to snap. It might take some time, and that's okay. So for this sign, all we have to do is take that hand and pat twice on our leg. You don't have to worry about the snapping part. So again, take your hand, pat twice. Good job. Let's try this together. So hand at the side and 1, 2. Good job. You just learned the second sign for dog. Now, I'm really excited about talking about dogs, looking at dogs, seeing dogs. How about you? You are? Wow, we have a lot in common, don't we? Now we're actually going to go and take a look at some dogs. You want to come see? Good, let's check it out. Meet Delilah. She's around 4 years old. She's a purebred German Shepherd with high energy. She's super sweet and loves a good game of fetch. She could still use some training, but animal control believes she would do great with a family and even small children. Delilah has wasted no time being with Macomb County's animal control. She's been in play groups with many of her friends and has been working hard training. When Delilah finds the perfect home, she is going to need plenty of exercise and owners who will spend plenty of time playing games like hide and seek and even doing some dog puzzles with her. How fun! Those games are so important for Delilah to help her grow her skills and work off some of that energy. You can visit Macomb County's animal control website to find Delilah and her friends just like her that are up for adoption. Hello everyone, are you guys ready for our craft corner? Because I am. Today we are making something super exciting because we are now in fall. We are going to create our very own tree, a fall tree. And something that's super exciting about trees in the fall are the fact that they change colors. Do you remember that from last fall? When you drive around or walking to school or going to the park, how all of the leaves change colors on the trees? It's super exciting to see that, isn't it? I know it's my favorite part of fall, is to see all the leaves in my backyard change colors. So we are going to make a tree of our very own that's going to have all the leaves changing colors right before our very eyes. So what we are going to do is I'm going to use my fingers to be my measuring tool, okay? I'm gonna cut, well, first before I cut actually, I'm gonna fold. I'm going to fold this paper in half. Did you see how I did that? It's called a hamburger style fold, where you fold it in half this way, horizontal. Okay, can you do that? Fold it up. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to use my fingers as my measuring tools, just in case you don't have a ruler at home. So I have my 3 fingers out and I see where I need to cut. All right, I'm gonna get my trunk ready and I'm gonna make my first cut. And I'm gonna cut all the way to where I have my fold. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. If it's a little crooked, that's okay, because guess what? Trees are a little crooked sometimes too. Nature isn't perfect. So we can make some accidents along the way, and that's all right. I need my next supplies in order to put my trunk on my piece of paper. So I'm gonna take out my glue stick. Now what I like to do is go around the edges so it doesn't peel off later. So if I go around the edges, nice and gentle, nice and slowly too. If I go too fast, then I get a little crazy and get my glue everywhere. And then I fill it in the center. Ooh. If you guys are doing this at home, you're doing a very nice job. So we're gonna put our trunk right at the bottom, and then we're going to use our fingers and press down so it's nice and tight. And I'm gonna cut out one strip. To be careful, watch your fingers. And then I'll go to my halfway mark, cut it out. And since this is a really long branch, I'm just gonna cut it in half there. And now I can lay out some branches. And I think I need at least one more. And look at that. We have our trunk and our 4 branches. Do you see that? You just helped me do that. You did a wonderful job. We have to make the leaves. So our first step in making the leaves is cutting out these strips that I have already made. But I'm gonna teach you how to make these strips, okay? Go ahead and start cutting. And again, it's gonna make it super easy because I put them all together, so I just have to cut them at once. So here we go. You might need a grown-up just in case it's a little hard, but I find that this cuts down on time. And the less papers you need to cut, the better. Now, do you see how we have this now? Does yours look like this too? Oh, good, that means you did it right. Good job. Now, all we have to do is put our scissor right in the middle and press down. Look what you just did. Look at all those strips we made. For this step, we are going to be making our leaves. So what we need to do is make about 5 rings for each color. So what I mean by that is our rings we are going to be making are going to be our leaves for the tree. So all we need is about 5 rings, so 5 leaves of each color. All right, get my glue stick out. We're gonna put some glue on, and we're gonna fold it over and tightly push down. Push, 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 and voila, we got our next one. And remember, we want about 5 of each color. Okay, so now that we have our leaves created, it is time to actually put them on our tree. So what I'm going to do is put a nice little line right over. Do you see that? We'll do that a few times, okay? So I'm going to start by maybe putting a leaf right there. Does that sound like a good plan? Put this red one right here, right above this green one. This is looking really good. Now, after we put on our leaves, we have one more step left. All right, we are on our final step. Thank you so much for your help. I don't think I would have been able to do this without you. And look at this wonderful tree we have created. Now, our tree needs some grass. So, we have some leftover strips, some green strips for our grass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my glue stick, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on it, about a little ways on, and I'm gonna do it on my brown piece of paper because remember, I'm a little sloppy with it. And I'm gonna make sure that I'm covering the white at the bottom. And I'm moving it so it's right next to my trunk. Get out our grass trimmers. Give our grass a little haircut. Be nice and careful. Ooh, good job. And voila. Ooh, look at that beautiful grass we just trimmed and put on. When we are outside and we look down at the grass, it's not just grass we see on the ground, especially if we look underneath a tree. Usually, especially in fall, leaves fall down on the ground, so we need a couple leaves on our ground. And I had a couple left over, so I picked yellow and red. I'm gonna use my tacky glue, and I'm gonna put yellow, so that nice line of glue. I'm gonna put my fingers in and press, press, press down. My goodness, you helped me make our very own fall tree. With your help, I got to do this. I think it looks like a real fall tree. And all my favorite fall colors are on here. Amazing job. And now you know how to make one of your very own. Do you think you're going to make one? You do? I'm very excited for you to try this. Have fun. Hi, I'm getting ready for school. Now that it's fall, it's time for a lot of us to go back to school. Now this year, school might look a little bit different. Instead of going to school in person and seeing our classmates and teachers in the classroom, now we might be staying home and learning from our computers and tablets. This can be a little bit difficult because this is a new way for us to learn. So to help with that, we can go places to have a tutor or some extra help. Let's go check out some ways we can get some extra help with our schoolwork.
What we do is help kids with math. We help all levels of kids, whether they are advanced, whether they are at grade level, or whether they are behind. We want to focus on filling in gaps so that the math they're doing at school can eventually become easier. Our goal is that they can go off eventually and not need us. Usually people Google math tutors and we come up, but our website is very easy. It's mathnasium.com and then /Shelby Lakeside. You can call us, you can text us, we're very reachable. So if people need information, they can give us a call, give us a text, we will call them back. They can stop by the center. If they make an appointment, right now we are making sure that we're social distancing and we can only have a certain number of kids in the center. So we do ask that people are calling before they come.
Well, we offer tutoring. That's what we do for this particular center. We do have another area of our company which does teacher trainings, live trainings, and we have that going on right now in one of our rooms down the hall. But our focus here at the Shelby location is tutoring. So we're working with kids of all ages, different compromises, and some don't have any compromises. They just want that extra one-on-one help with somebody live to explain something to. So we'll do math, we do reading is what we're really known for, and then we'll do even ACT, SAT prep, we do homeschooling support, the virtual learning now that's what everyone is doing, we kind of are looking to support kids. So our whole focus and goal is to help kids out and to be a support for the community. We have our website they could go to. It's brainspring.com, and that's all one word. Or they're welcome to call our 1-800 number, which is 1-800-732-3211, and then they can just ask for me.
morning, everybody. My name is Miss Faith, and welcome to the Burgess-Shadbush Nature Center. For those of you who don't know me, I usually do nature tales here at the Nature Center. Our book for today is called It's Fall, and that's because September 22nd is the first day of fall officially. So this book is called It's Fall, and the book is by Linda Glaser, and the paper cut illustrations are by Susan Swan. It's fall. I skip and swish through autumn leaves. They crunch and crackle under my feet and whoosh and whirl all around me. Red, orange, yellow, gold, and brown. A wind swoops up. More leaves fall down. It's fall. I help rake big piles of leaves. Whee! I jump in and sink deep, deep, deep. I hide inside. It smells sharp and sweet. Leaves prickle and tickle all over me. I wait and wait, then pop! It's me! We hear wild honking of migrating geese as they fly way up overhead in V's. A hawk soars up in a sweeping glide, and there go some monarch butterflies. They're all heading south where it's warm because colder days are coming soon. It's fall. Animals are hiding all around me. They're getting ready to hibernate in deep, deep sleep. Ladybugs hide in pine cones and under barks and leaves. Earthworms tunnel way down where the earth doesn't freeze. Frogs burrow in lake bottoms under the mud. A raccoon finds a safe spot in a hollow log. A chipmunk stores piles of seeds underground. Soon, they'll all sleep for a long, long time. Gray squirrels scampers around, finding acorns and nuts. They'll be awake all winter, so they'll have to fatten up. It's fall. The air is turning crisp and cold. It's time to wear our warmer clothes. We put on jackets, pants, and long sleeves to keep us warm when it turns breezy. The sun goes down early now. We wait and watch the sky grow dark. We see the great big harvest moon rise up and up and up. Wherever we go, we find flowers and weeds drying out and scattering seeds. We'll float silky parachutes of dry milkweed. Birds land on our dry sunflowers and eat the seeds. Tall, dry cattails whisper and rattle. Crisp leaves swish and rustle and chatter. It's fall. We collect acorns and pine cones and pretty leaves. I choose a great big pumpkin and we carve a face and roast the seeds. One day in our garden, we dig some holes. We plant crocuses, tulips, and daffodil bulbs. I try to picture how they'll look a long time from now when they finally come up in spring. Then one day I notice the trees are all bare. The leaves have fallen everywhere. There's an icy chill in the air. Soon, very soon, winter will be here. But right now, it's still fall. I gather handfuls of autumn leaves and toss them up. They swirl down on me. It's fall, it's fall, it's fall. I love it all. It's fall. And that's the end. But at the end of this book, it has a list of things that you can do that are nature activities for the fall. And our craft for today is one of those things, which is we're going to do leaf rubbings. But the other things that they have in here say you can go to an apple orchard and pick apples, visit a pumpkin patch and choose a pumpkin, collect leaves, place them in old telephone books, and set some heavy books on top, and you can press and dry the leaves. You can collect flower seeds and pods from the garden to plant in the spring, or you can collect flowers and wildflowers that are plentiful, and then you take them and hang them upside down, and they'll dry out, and you can make flower arrangements with those. You can compare seed pods that you find and notice the difference ways that seeds travel. You can make seed mosaics. That would be taking and putting like glue down and then making a picture out of seeds. Early fall, find milk seeds and look for monarch eggs. You can collect those, and you got to hang on to the plant though, so that when your eggs hatch, the caterpillars have something to eat. As soon as they do go into a chrysalis and you have a monarch emerge, you need to release it so that it can fly off and make it to warmer climes. And then the other thing they have here is planting flowering bulbs in your garden so that they'll grow in the spring. So that's the end of this book. Everybody, let's get ready to do our craft for It's Fall. And the craft that we're going to do today is a leaf rubbing. And before you can start your craft, you're going to need to go outside and you're going to need to gather up some leaves. Now, the leaf rubbing that I did for my example is this one. And I used these leaves here. They've since really gotten dried up, so I can't reuse them again. I personally would rather have you take a leaf that's on the ground, that's not all dried and crinkled, but is still pliable. If you can't, or you don't have anything like that, then you can take it from the tree, but I'd rather see it come from the ground and not the tree, okay? This morning I gathered up these leaves, and these are the ones that we're going to use. The other thing that you're gonna need is some old broken up crayons without the papers on them, okay? We always save them here at the Nature Center. And then you're just gonna take that crayon, take your leaf, and I find that it works best if you work with your leaf upside down as opposed to right side up, because it makes those veins on the leaves stick out and show a lot better. So you're gonna set your leaf underneath there. You're gonna take your crayon on the side, not the top part like this. You wanna hold it on its side, and you're just gonna rub it all over where the leaf is at. And there's the impression for that leaf. And then you want to mix up your colors here. Get some different colors in. Let's find a nice orange. Again, turn that leaf upside down so the bottom of the leaf is showing, not the top. This is an oak leaf. And this is a maple. I'm gonna put that one on there. Where's the red crayon? Let's make it a red maple. Turn that crayon on its side. Go. So you can use as many different leaves as you want. Make sure they're all different so you can see how the different leaves and veins all look on each type of leaf that you find. Okay, so go on out there, pick up leaves, explore nature, and have fun.
Now it's time for one of my favorite parts of the show, the Treehouse Gallery. This is where we get to take a look at all of the amazing artwork you guys sent in. So in our last episode, I asked you to send in some of your drawings of your favorite sport. Let's go ahead and check it out. Wow, you drew that? That's incredible. You guys did an amazing job. I loved seeing all of your sports. They looked like so much fun. Now, if you didn't send in a drawing, that's perfectly okay. We have another opportunity for you. For our next episode, I want you to draw something that's Halloween themed for me. That can be ghosts, maybe a goblin, maybe a zombie. I want you to get super creative. Maybe draw the costume that you really like or a pumpkin that you have outside. Whatever it may be, I want it to be Halloween related. Can you do that for me? Oh, good. I'm excited to see your drawings in next episode. I have had so much fun with you guys today. Did you have fun? You did? Oh, good. Well, it's come to the end of this episode of the Treehouse. But I can't wait to see you and your Halloween-themed drawings next time. Bye.